See, you are part of an equation, and you are needed. Part of why we should begin to look at how we give up our lives, that we got to begin to see, what is it that I'm supposed to do? What is my life work? And then give ourselves to that. Because as we do that, ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee you, as you begin to take on this new era that we're in, if you decide that I'm going to begin to start living life, I'm going to start giving more of myself, I'm going to start putting out more, contributing more to life, here's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee you that life will take on a whole new meaning for you. I guarantee you that life takes on a whole new dimension, that you'll be happier, you have a greater sense of happiness and fulfillment in life, that now you will begin to take off on some new paths to some newer horizons, that you'll begin to see life totally different.
I dream with my eyes open. I want to become the things that I see. When I was young, I did not know who and what I wanted to be. And so I was influenced by the things that I seen with my eyes. And what I seen with my eyes is what I wanted to become. When you make the decision to do what you want to do with your life, just know this: because the family and the friends in your life do not share your vision, in most cases they will be the first person to try and talk you out of what you want to do with your life. But know this: only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible. So because they don't see what you see, doesn't mean that you're supposed to settle and not do the things that God has sent you in your mind and your spirit. So God bless you. I believe.
So the question that we got to ask ourselves is, what success is to us? What success is to you? Is it more money? That's fine. I got nothing against money. Maybe it's a healthy family. Maybe it's a happy marriage. Maybe it's to help others, to be famous, to be spiritually sound, leave the world a little bit better place than you found it. Continue to ask yourself that question. Now, your answer may change over time, and that's fine. But do yourself this favor. Don't choose anything that will jeopardize your soul. Prioritize who you are, who you want to be, and don't spend time with anything that antagonizes your character. You're going to make mistakes. You got to own them. Then you got to make amends. And then you got to move on. Guilt and regret kills many a man before their time. So turn the page, get off the ride. You are the author of the book of your life.
There's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. And there's no problems, only solutions. So to me, what failure is the mother of all success. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan getting cut from his 9th grade basketball team, he wouldn't have became Michael Jordan. You know, if it wasn't for, I seen an article the other day where they were talking about Oprah Winfrey and how she got fired because she wasn't good for television. You know, you got people like Walt Disney who got fired, if I'm not mistaken, from a newspaper saying he had no imagination. These are the same people that I got to deal with. Tell me what's not a hit record. You know, that all they can do is learn and come back bigger, better, stronger, because all it's going to do is lead you in the right direction. See, if you're always winning, then you don't really understand what it is to win. You got to take those losses. You got to take those hits. There's got to be the valleys, the peaks, the ups, the downs. In order for you to, when it does happen, you go, wow, this is what it's all about.
Either you work hard for it, or you don't work hard for it. Well, me and my brother, we work hard for our stuff. It don't come easy. In life, you have to work. Either you want to be the shark of the ocean or the fish of the ocean. And right now, we want to be the shark. Take over everything. Strength, no weakness. Power, you must have to have that mindset. So you're going to come in here and dominate. When you say, don't put yourself down. Motivate yourself. Keep yourself up, pumped, and ready for any challenge.
When you have a dream, and the dream isn't something you dream and then it happens, the dream is something you never knew was going to come into your life. Dreams always come from behind you, not right between your eyes. It sneaks up on you. But when you have a dream It doesn't often come at you screaming in your face, this is who you are. This is what you must be for the rest of your life. Sometimes a dream almost whispers. And I've always said to my kids, the hardest thing to listen to, your instincts, your human personal intuition, always whispers. It never shouts. Very hard to hear. So you have to, every day of your lives, be ready to hear what whispers in your ear. It very rarely shouts. And if you can listen to the whisper, and if it tickles your heart, and it's something you think you want to do for the rest of your life, then that is going to be what you do for the rest of your life, and we will benefit from it.
I need you to hold on. I need you to hold on strong and don't give up. I need you to believe in every possibility that you have and understand that it is not over for you. I need you to understand life is always going to be good. But always keep in mind, sooner or later, we all got to punch that clock. So carry on. And don't give up. And don't give in. And do the best that you can to have the right attitude to make your existence.
Fail early, fail often, fail forward. It's always a little bit frustrating to me when people have a negative relationship with failure. Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. When you go to the gym and you work out, you're actually seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure, because that's where the adaptation is. That's where growth is. Successful people fail a lot. They fail a whole lot more than they succeed, but they extract the lessons from the failure, and they use that the energy, and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase of success. You gotta take a shot. You have to live at the edge of your capabilities.
I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it.
It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out.
So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying, what's yours? How will you serve the world? What do they need that your talent can provide? That's all you have to figure out.
The only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do.
There are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight and the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that, because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here, and I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
Certainly hoping they would.
What are you trying to prove to them?
What I'm trying to do is to make a significant difference in spaceflight and help make spaceflight accessible to all.
I can never think about the worst things in life. I mean, the best piece of advice I think I can give is roughly the advice that my mum gave me when I was a a young boy. If I ever said ill about anybody, she would make me go and stand in front of the mirror and just say how badly it reflected on me. I just think people need to always look for the best in other people. As a leader, you've got to praise a lot. You've got to be a good listener. You've got to write notes down, and if somebody says something, for God's sake, write it down and then activate it and do something about it. You've got to inspire your team to believe in what you're doing, and if you can't.
24 people went for the job. 23 people accepted. I was the only one guy.
You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it.
Well, I think we have to get used to it. We're not that good.
You must fail 100 times to succeed once.
You have to fail in order to climb that ladder.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying.
Fail, pick yourself up, and fail again. Because without this struggle, what is your success anyway?
Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big.
If you try hard and it doesn't work out, that's okay. Like, you can learn from that.
There's no such thing as failure, really, because failure is just that thing trying to move you in another direction.
No one succeeds the first time.
It's inevitable. Embrace it.
Because the losses are there to wait.
The key with me is just always finding what the anchor is. And the fucking anchor is getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day before anybody else and grounding my thought process is in the no one will outwork me. No one.
Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week.
If you think that you're going to go and accomplish something really special and be the best in anything in the world, and you think you can do it without working, you make a big mistake. Because no matter what I did, if it was in bodybuilding or in acting or if it is in the political arena, it always took a lot of work.
Nobody you know has become successful outside of it being given to them from their family. Nobody you know has actually created success without working their face off.
If you start to change the way you think, and you start to learn every day for 1 hour to upgrade your knowledge and your skills, and then you take action every day on the things that are the most important instead of all the different things that you can do. It says if you focus on doing 3 to 5 things every day towards your goals, he says in 1 year, you'll be at a totally different destination. 3 years, big destination. 5, 10 years, your life won't be the same.
I'm tired. I'm tired of people calling me saying, E.T., I put in 6 months. I don't see it. I put in a year. I ain't see it. Are you kidding me? You're about to stop the process because you can't see the prize? You're about to quit? You're about to give up? You cannot give up because it ain't what you see. You cannot give up. And if you don't see nothing, if you don't see no results, you don't give up and you don't give in because you're not doing it for the accomplishment. You're doing it because you are in love with the process. Champions keep going when they don't have anything left in their tank. When it's over, when they're tired, when they're frustrated, when they spent their last dime, that's when they get started. It's when you have nothing left. That's when it's showtime. When you find the way out of no way. When you find breath that you don't have. When you find energy that did not exist. When you want this thing as bad as you want to breathe. That's when you find a way.
We all have times of frustration. We all have times of why me? When you start feeling that massive frustration, that massive stress, you are about to have a breakthrough. It's the ones who understand that things are going to improve and keep focused on the end result that make it through it. We're talking about people who will not fucking quit. You have the fucking choice to be whatever you want to be. You could choose to persevere. You could choose to take initiative and do what needs to be done. You could choose to execute day in and day out. You could choose to do the fucking work. And you could choose success. Your actions make that choice for you every single day. So what's it going to be?